ANTz is an advanced 3D scientific visualization tool freely available for download. In this screencast, we are going to demonstrate how to use the database interface feature of ANTz. So before we begin, we need to be sure our MySQL database is enabled. We'll be using the free program called XAMPP to host our database server. Next, we run the ANTz executable. Once the program is started, hit the / to connect to the database. If the connection is successful, you should see a list of all of the databases available. We will be using dataset number 11 containing data on diamonds, such as price, size, and quality. To open the dataset, we type 11 at the command prompt and hit return, and it should load the database, which contains roughly 50,000 objects. Next, we want to select a subset of objects based on their color. We want all objects which have a red value of 255. To do this, we type select color_r equals 255 and hit return. In a few seconds, the database should reload, and the subset of objects should be selected and highlighted with yellow wireframe pins. Now we can modify these selected objects in a variety of ways and save the results back to the database. For example, we can hit the O key and change the geometry. We can select Scale from the menu on the left and click and drag the objects to scale them larger. Finally, we can click and drag to move the subset of objects and separate them into two groups, thus revealing features which were not observable otherwise, such as gaps in the data. And we can see these gaps more clearly if we deselect the objects and rotate our view. Finally, we can save our results to a new database. Press the / to connect to the database, and enter save and the database name. And that's it. So to review, we learned how to connect to a database, we learned how to select and load data from a database, we learned how to select a subset of objects based on specific parameters, and we learned how to modify the selected objects and save the results.